Me, my song for yesterday. Trust You Me. Ladies and gentlemen, it has just gone 30 minutes after 9 and it's time for
The thrill, the blood rush, the enthusiasm, the greatness, the strength, the passion. Sport on MS Radio.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And here is your first sports update. Making headlines, Compella quits after Cup chaos. PSL condemns Durban violence. Maritzburg United book on a final spot. Salah wins English PFA Player of the Year. Arsene Wenger's farewell fails to fill the Emirates Stadium. United will be Cup final favorites. Chelsea beat Saints to reach FA Cup final. Vodacom Super Rugby, the Sharks are saying backwards not an option. The Jaguars revel in Australia with a win. And we have some USPGA Tour news and tennis news for you. Good morning. Starting on the local front in the Nedbank Cup, Steve Compella resigned as Kaizer Chiefs coach after 3 seasons at the helm following their shock 2-0 defeat against Free State Stars in the Nedbank Cup semi-final clash at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban on Saturday night. The club first tweeted breaking news after the match before posting another tweet which confirmed Compella's resignation. In the tweet, it says Steve Compella has resigned with immediate effect as head coach of Kaizer Chiefs. More news to follow, it said. The match was marked by unsavory scenes at full time as the supporters stormed the field, which forced the players to hastily run off the field. The disgruntled pitch invaders caused severe damage to the TV equipment and sound equipment around the field, leaving the club facing hefty punishment from their Premier Soccer League. The PSL issued a statement yesterday following the violence that took place after the Kaizer Chiefs and Free State Stars Nedbank Cup semi-final match at Moses Mabhida Stadium. The PSL strongly condemns acts of hooliganism and violence that took place at the Moses Mabhida Stadium on Saturday night during the fixture between Kaizer Chiefs and Free State Stars. Hooliganism, thuggery of this nature has no place in football, and acts of violence perpetrated by individuals as witnessed on Saturday cannot be tolerated. Maritzburg United thrashed Mamelodi Sundowns 3-1 in the Nedbank Cup semi-final match at the Harry Gwala Stadium yesterday. The win sees the team of choice reach the final of the Nedbank Cup for the first time, while the Brazilians are eliminated from the tournament. The visitors got off to a perfect start as they broke the deadlock just 2 minutes into the match through Gaston Serrinho, who opened his scoring account at Sundowns. The Uruguayan forward Gaston Serrino benefited from Maritzburg United goalkeeper Richard Opori's mistake as he let a tame shot trickle through his grasp. The goal did not unsettle Maritzburg's defense as they managed to contain the pacey attackers Pesitau and Serrino. And looking at Premier League news, Mohamed Salah was crowned the Premier League's Player of the Year yesterday with his incredible 4-1 goal debut season at Liverpool, beating out strong competition from Man City's Kevin De Bruyne. It's a big honor. I've worked hard and I'm very happy to win it, Salah said at the ceremony last night. Salah matched a Premier League record tally for a single season by scoring his 31st league goal of the campaign in a 2-2 draw at West Brom on Saturday. You are comparing your name with some great names, he said. On the prospect of breaking the record, to break the Premier League record is something huge in England and all over the world. There are still 3 games to go. I want to break this record, said Mohamed Salah. Arsene Wenger's decision to bring his 22-year-old reign to a close at the end of the season still wasn't enough to tempt many Arsenal fans to back to the Emirates for one of the Frenchman's final games at home to West Ham yesterday. Arsene Wenger, who's 68, had come under growing pressure to go from disgruntled supporters, having failed to win the Premier League for 14 years before announcing his decision to leave the past Friday. In his program Notes, Wenger reiterated his plea for fans to get behind the team for the rest of the season, with Arsenal still with a chance of qualifying for next season's Champions League via the Europa League. Looking at some FA results of the weekend, we had on Saturday West Bromwich playing 2-2 to Liverpool, Watford playing to a 0-0 draw with Crystal Palace, and Stoke City playing to a 1-0 draw with Burnley. Arsenal thrashing West Ham United there 4-1. Man City thrashing Swansea City 5-0. Antonio Conte says Chelsea will be the underdogs when they face Man United and his rival Jose Mourinho in the FA Cup final. Conte's side cruised to a 2-0 win over Southampton yesterday in yesterday's semi-final to set up a heavyweight clash with United at Wembley, which is set for the 19th of May. But Conte doesn't believe Chelsea beaten by Arsenal 2-1 in last year's final, despite going into the match as Premier League champions, will be regarded as favourite to lift the famous old trophy. This final is a game between two great teams. In my mind, I can tell you we played the final as favourites against Arsenal, Antonio Conte said. Chelsea booked an FA Cup final shutdown with Man United as Oliver Giroud tormented Southampton again with a sublime strike yesterday to win 2-0 at Wembley. Giroud has made a habit of scoring against Southampton, and the French forward was their nemesis in the one-sided semi-final. On to some Vodacom Super Rugby news. Now that they have kept the Wolves at bay for at least another few weeks, the motto for the South Sea Sharks is quite a simple one. They will go in any direction from here, but not backwards. So says Sharks captain coach Robert du Preez, who was understandably a relieved man the past Saturday night after watching his team edge home 24-17 in a home derby that was a must-win if the Durbanites are to feature in the challenge for playoff places in the second half of the competition. Argentina's Jaguares won back-to-back for the second time in Australia with a spirited 25-20 Super Rugby victory over the Brumbies yesterday. The Jaguares, with Pumas fly half Nicolas Sanchez running the show, triumphed on their first visit to Canberra and have now won 5 of their last 6 matches against Australian opposition. They overcame the Waratahs and Rebels on last year's tour to Australia. The Jaguares, who beat the Rebels in Melbourne 25-22 last week, led a 13-0 early on and won the big moments of the contest as the Brumbies clawed back to trail 2017 with 15 minutes left. Looking at the weekend Super Rugby results, the Brumbies lost to the Jaguares 20-25. Sharks beat the Stormers 24-17. Bulls beat the Rebels 28-10. The Reds lost to the Chiefs 12-36. Crusaders beat Sunwolves 33-11. Waratahs lost to the Lions 29-0. And the Blues lost to the Highlanders 34-16. And in your IPL results, we have the Rajasthan Royals winning over Mumbai Indians by 3 wickets. And we have the Chennai Super Kings, who won by 5 runs over the Sunrisers Hyderabad, if I had that right. And we have the Royal Challengers of Bangalore, who won against the Delhi Daredevils by 6 wickets. And Punjab won by 9 wickets over the Kolkata Knight Riders. And the Chennai Super Kings won by 64 runs over the Rajasthan Royals. More sports update coming up on the hour. Time now is just gone 41 after 9. Bachele bonke bafethu.
This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
I hope I can hear both lines, yeah?
Zagadat. What else?
This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
Now. My girl, she no be number one. Cause my girl, she be the perfect one. She's not too fat, not too slim. Oh. She be the perfect one. She's not too loud, not too dark. Oh. Anytime where I see her, anytime where I see her, when I'm holding her hand, or when we're doing something, she dey tell me she dey feel, 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 oh, she dey feel the anointing. Anytime where I give her, oh, she dey feel the anointing. Feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, oh, she dey feel the anointing. Anytime where I give her, oh, she dey feel the anointing. My girl, baby, me and you, my girl, against the wall, nobody there. You be the only one, make you no fear. Anytime with
This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
When I'm holding her hand, when we're doing something, she say she dey feel it, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, oh, she dey feel the anointing. Anytime where I give out, she dey feel the anointing. Feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, oh, she dey feel the anointing. Anytime where I kiss out, she dey feel the anointing.
Man, I go to show you shades of love, black to gray. I go love move, but I have to stay. Sweet seduction, stimulate your mind. Sweeter than a Madonna, you're one of a kind. It's kinda dangerous, it's so dangerous. Need a love guru to explain to us. And send be brave, but then I don't discuss. This be love, it no be last cause.
Anytime where I see her, anytime where I see her, when I'm holding her hand, or when we're doing something, she say she dey feel it, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, oh, she dey feel the anointing. Anytime where I give out, she dey feel the anointing. Feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, she dey feel, oh, she dey feel the anointing. Anytime where I kiss out, she dey feel the anointing. Baby, I just let me see you. Baby, I just let me kiss you. Let me, oh, let me show you.
That is Mr. Easy featuring Sakodi, but the anointing.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs. Oh well, I like Niger songs, man. She da feel, she da feel, she da feel, she da feel, she da feel you.
I've been listening to